Hello, good morning, everyone. What's going on? Just gonna give it a minute. Let some last minute people hop on and we will get started. All right, let's get it. So, yesterday, some people were not here, so I'll tell you what you missed out on. 589, right? Our game plan for yesterday was we had a strong support at 589, and we knew if we ended up cracking 589, it was an empty pocket, 3 points down to 586. This is why we held conviction above 589 with confirmation, right? Of 589, and this is why we bought 588 calls twice yesterday and ended up being pretty much the lows of the day where we were buying call options, and those things absolutely exploded. So moving forward to today, remember the hedge funds, market makers, big money, those guys are all on vacation. They're not trading today. We're trading versus algos and retail. So what you got to remember is it's always easier for algos and institutions to just go long, right? It's very complicated to go short. So the dip, since we had a massive extension to the downside a few days ago, it's much easier to retrace upwards. Okay, so 595.70 and 597.62, right? This is pretty much a full dollar or $2 range. So as long as we hold above 595.70, which ends up being Friday's highs, it's an empty pocket up 2 full points. Okay? So to the downside, right? So this is a good level for shorts. In the most bullish case scenario, I want you to look at this. I'm on the 30-minute time frame right now. Okay? After that big news candle through 601, my exact key level is 685. Look left, right? Look at the previous floor that we had. This was a big freaking bounce zone between a $1 range, 600 to 685. The reason why we could fall short, because 600 is a massive psychological level. But this, ideally, 601 is the best level to be buying SPY put options long term, right? Not same day. I would personally do 2 weeks out. I'm probably going to hit 2 weeks out puts with obviously confirmation. I'm not just buying in a massive bullish move, right? But this is a level that even in the most bullish move, this is where the market could reverse from. So this is why we're keeping a big level here. Now, let's look at some scalps for today because there's probably not going to be too many big moves. I want SPY puts at 597.30s to 597.60, right? A 30-cent range. This is where I want to be buying SPY put options. But like I said, it's a $2 point, a 2-point move on SPY. So it may not do it. Just like to the downside, it may not do it and it could bounce. So this could be a short level currently where we are trading at. This red dotted line on my chart is PCP SPY's previous closing price. We ended up closing yesterday at 594.69. This between 594.69 and 594.37, previous resistance on that run up from yesterday, and the previous support from Thursday and resistance. So I'm actually gonna make this level a little bit bigger because I actually like this level. So this is where a potential bounce play could happen, right? Now watch this. If we end up rejecting 594.37, this is an over $1 move to the downside. So as of right now, This is the best level for calls, could be a wicked level for puts, and the best level for puts could also be a wicked level for calls. You got to keep this in mind, right? This is why we have to be trading price action. There's nothing guaranteed when it comes to options trading or just trading in general. Market makers aren't stupid. They pretty much know every strategy out there. So we always have to have entry plans and exit plans and stop out plans in every scenario that we are possibly trading at. So if we end up making a nice resistance from Friday's highs at 595.70, look where we ended up dropping after that. We went all the way down to 592, 3 points down, right? But this is where we're most likely going to bounce from, 594.37. I'm going to be watching this level. We also have the 200 EMA here as well, so on the 30-minute time frame. So this is potentially where we could have a nice bounce spot and a good level for calls to put in a new high of day. So I'm not interested in shorting unless we end up rejecting previous resistance, right? Holding it as a resistance. And then I'm going to take 596 puts. And my price target is going to be PCP, SPY's previous closing price from yesterday, which is 594.69, right? And where I'm selling my puts, I'm going to be looking to get right back into calls. And then again, when we come back up to 597.30s, 597.60, this is the best level for me to be doing shorts in the micro, not the macro. Small accounts, cash accounts, you got to learn to wait for the best levels, and the best level is going to be 601. Okay? So today's Christmas Eve. The stock market is closing at 1 p.m. Eastern time today. There's probably not going to be a lot of volume. So if I do end up entering a trade, I'm going to be selling the move. I'm going to be looking between 15 and 30 cents of my options contracts. I'm not doing same days. It's going to be volatile. I'm going to go Friday's expiry today. Okay? So that's my trading plan. I want puts if it's a resistance where we're trading at right now. My price target's PCP. As soon as we break under PCP, SPY's previous closing price, I'm going to be looking for call options to bring back in the money to 596. And that's my trading plan. And if we do get a deep sell-off to like 593.30s or even 593, I'm also going to be looking for a bounce spot too. So, and that's the game plan. I'm not 100% confident in any move today because, again, we're trading with low volume. All big money is on vacation. Keep that in mind. Today is also a phenomenal day, guys, to go last minute Christmas shopping, right? You don't got to trade today. Today's going to be a high risk trading day, just so everyone is aware. I'm going to be trading because I have to do this in front of people. But if you don't want to take that risk today and you had a green week so far, relax, take today off, tomorrow off, and we'll get back at it on Thursday. Anyways, one minute, guys, and let's get into it. We know where we're buying puts. We know where we're buying calls. And guess what? At each level, we're wrong once. If I buy puts at 597.60 and I'm wrong, I'm switching to calls, and we're going to end up going to, honestly, 598.80s to 600. All right, if we hold the support. So we're wrong once. And right down here where we want to buy calls, if we buy calls and it doesn't work out, guess what? I'm getting the puts. I'm going to ride this down $1.50. This is how I like to trade. I make my setups, right? I'm looking for big gaps in between key levels, empty pockets. This is an empty pocket we're currently trading in. The only destination for this is to go up $2 full to this key level. But I'm looking for a gap close reversal, to be honest. So let's wait to see. Looking at weakness here. Let's see what we do. Remember, this is an empty pocket right here, right? We hold support. We know where we're going. So off first glance, like this is like a put level, but I'm just going to wait for some confirmation. We're going to be paying very close attention to yesterday's highs as well, which is probably where we're going to end up right now. Good morning. I accidentally posted into the YouTube channel by accident, guys, where I post my videos. My bad. But good morning. Good morning. Christmas Eve, going to be low volume today. Stock market closes early at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Keep that in mind. If we're able to get some good setups, we're going to hit them. So today's option contracts that I am going in with are going to be Friday's expiry. I'm avoiding same dates today. I'm just looking at some options contracts right now. So we just came to retest Friday's highs, guys, and our key level of 595.70. I'm watching the 5-minute time frame for this. Look at some contracts right now. So December 27th contracts. That's what I'm trading. December 27th. Remember our buy zone right here. We're bullish. SPY's bullish, right? Break a structure on is going to be under 593.7 or 594.37 is break a structure. We're in an empty pocket right now, straight to 597.32. I don't trust it, to be honest. I don't like trading the first 5 minutes, so. Anyone have any cool plans they're doing for Christmas? Anyone like me and still haven't done my Christmas shopping? I got to do that after stream. I swear to God, I always do it last minute. Christmas Eve. I'm a Christmas Eve shopper. My gifts reflect it because everything's sold out. And I don't like trading off of moving averages, right? But I use them as an indication of a trend. If you look at yesterday, the 9 and 13 EMA on the 30-minute time frame, we've just been bouncing off it every time we touch it. That's why I'm just avoiding puts at this level. Happy Hanukkah to Gecko. Surprised this many people are here on Christmas Eve. Jeez. You guys are money hungry. Let's get it. Remember, just while we're waiting for a setup, to move anything in life, you need momentum, right? We're trying to gain momentum going into 2025. So even if you had a bad day yesterday or a bad day last week or a bad week or a bad month, forget about it. We're all about positive energy, right? You need to visualize where you want to go and how 2025 is going to go. Start trading like it's a fresh year from now. We need momentum to bring us to the new year. Ditch those old habits today. Don't wait for random call outs. Don't do anything. Just play your game plan. If you do not have a game plan, do not take a trade. Trading price action is for people that have a lot of money, a lot of capital in their brokerages. It's very, very high risk. So just keep that in mind. Just the best setups at the best prices, and you're only going to be wrong once. Once you get that in your head that if you enter a trade and you're only wrong once, that's when your trading is going to start changing. Because you swap out, you stop out, and you switch sides because you're only trading at the best level. And if we want puts at 597.30 and it comes to support, we know it's going to be a massive move to the upside. So that's how we're only wrong once. We get our losses back in the opposite direction. And this is empty pocket range, right? Ideally, this should be calls $1 move up. A full point on SPY. It's what it should do. But we don't have a good entry. I'm not buying the first 5 minutes, so I'm just waiting for the best level to hit, and that's going to be 597.30 to 597.60. The trend's bullish, right? So remember that. We're not going against the trend. We're buying historic levels on SPY where SPY has shown us the history of big reversals or big supports or big resistances. That's it. We're not relying on indicators, right? Obviously, it's bullish. We don't need an indicator to tell us that bulls are in control. We're just going to have patience and wait. Let's check Forex Factory. I don't think there's anything, but just in case. We have an orange folder, Richmond Manufacturing Index at 10 a.m. today. So orange folder, 10 a.m. This is an empty pocket. We're still not at at destination yet. And this is when you ideally can just buy calls because you know where we're headed, but I'm going to avoid it. It's all about your entry. If you don't have the right entry, buying in an empty pocket like this, it could come all the way back down double bottom before hitting this level. This is why we don't buy in this range. We buy here or we do not buy. We short in this zone here or we do not buy. Empty pocket range. And once you do get a little bit more experience, that's when you could ride the momentum, right? I don't like doing that. I like having the best entry because I know if I'm wrong. I'll know if I'm wrong if I buy calls at 595 70s almost immediately, right? And I'll be able to get out for a very, very minimal loss. If I buy calls right here, this could drop a full dollar and then end up ripping to 598. But we don't want to trade like that. We want to make sure where you're buying. Amazing, T. Good job, bro. Let's get our trend lines in, especially because we're scalpers. Hit the low of the day. So we have a nice sloping support right now. Just get in the habit of doing that, just so you don't get clapped. We're approaching sloping support right now. This is ideally where we're going to get a bounce a little bit down. I don't buy off of trend lines either. It's not wise to do that because there's a lot of fake outs in this market, for those wondering. But they usually work. Maybe if it's like a big trend line on the 4-hour time frame, daily or 30-minute, I may take a stab at it, but not when I'm trading micro. Good morning, YouTube. Are you guys there? Can you guys hear me fine? If you can, just remember to please like and comment. Awesome. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it, bro. Remember, this is an empty pocket right now. All the way to 597.30. I want to get puts at this level. Why? At that big news day, I'll show you on the 30-minute time frame. This big news day right here, we ended up breaking through big levels, right? 597.32. It didn't even retest on the 5-minute time frame or the 30-minute time frame. And if you click the 30-minute time frame, SPY loves that level. So it is a potential opportunity for a short. It's not guaranteed because the best level is going to be 600 to 601. That's the best level for small accounts, cash accounts. Whether we hit that today, I'm not sure. But when we do hit that, I'm hitting that with size. And I know if I'm wrong here, it's a 3-point rip all the way up to 604. All right, that's how I do my risk to reward. I always make sure if I'm buying in somewhere, I'm wrong once and I swap sides. And if I buy in and I'm wrong and I swap sides and it's a fake out, I sit out. Don't chase the same trade after you get stopped out. Once you get stopped out, you have to wait for the best level, wait for the confirmation. But look at our key level, man. 595.70, empty pocket of 597. Wicked call play. 2 full points. It's about to be 2 full points soon. 30 minutes extremely bullish right now. There is no region to short. I told you, the market makers, it's easy for them to go up, all right? It's just buying algos right now. When you're short selling, you got to be beside the computer or you get clapped. So I was anticipating this all the way from yesterday's lows, to be honest. Even Monday's lows or Friday's lows. Just extremely bullish. And today, as I said, I'm looking to take 15 to 30 cents on my contracts. When I leave runners, I usually leave 5 to 10 just for fun, stop loss, break even. Hasn't been working well for me, to be honest. Every time I leave runners, no matter what, if I ever leave runners, I swear to God, I always get stopped out, break even. I should have just sold the move. That's why I'm usually just selling the move at all times. And if we hold 597.32, our previous gap that we had on our chart of 598.83, this is where it can reject from because we already rejected that last week, right? And I just put in, if you're watching my screen, a sloping support from Friday's lows connected to Monday's lows, right? So we have a trend, no guessing. I usually don't do that because my eyes are trained, but it's very good for all traders to be doing that. Because it's going to make you avoid puts at PCP because you know that we have a sloping support in play. Remember, news at 10 a.m., orange folder. It may not be anything too crazy. Keep that in mind. But if it is bullish, those algos will buy the hell up out of this. Exactly, Bunny. That's what we're watching. Again, I'm not trying to top tick, guys. We're buying our level. If we fall short of our level, guess what? I'm still not trading it. I'm waiting for the level to hit, and that's it. There's no take the guessing out of it. You're either right or wrong, right? So once you make a trading plan, you know at that level you're right or you're wrong. If you're buying in between ranges, very easy to lose money and get stopped out, and still that trade still ends up working. Anyone surprised of this run up? I'm not. And just keep in mind, if this trade would have been at 10 o'clock, 9:45 even to 10 o'clock, this opening 30-minute candle, I would have bought calls. It's just good practice not to play the first 5 minutes. Even the first 10 minutes, there's a lot of effery that happens. Very, very volatile market open. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, T. We had a big rejection on, what day is it today? Tuesday, Monday. Last Wednesday, FOMC from 598.80. Big rejection on the 30-minute time frame. There's zero reason for puts. Do not short this. Do not short this. The 30-minute is extremely bullish right now. Extremely bullish. And a key level has not hit. Empty pocket to our key level. 597.30 to 597.60. 30-cent range. And Friday's highs are support too, right? So where are we going to go? First place we're going to go, you got to look to the previous support, which is 597.32. Right? Scroll out, zoom out, look left. Support, resistance. Look at all these days of resistance. Look at resistance. Once we make it support, big move up. This is why this is our level to be watching. So right now I'm got December 27th. I almost made that mistake again. I did that yesterday. Currently, I'm chilling with December 27th, 597 puts, right? Friday's expiry, they're currently $2.50. So that's all I'm doing. I'm prepared. My broker lets me have puts and calls ready, so honestly, I have 597 both ways, but I think the puts have a better opportunity. If you're bullish, this is a good level to be buying calls at. I'm just not going to take it. But if I was bullish, I would have already bought calls. on this dip because every dip has shown to be bought back immediately and make a new high of day. Watch the intraday trends. Watch the higher lows and the higher highs. But we don't want crumbs though, right? We want a big trade. Yeah, Michael, that's a good idea. Remember, news, guys, in 2 minutes. We got news in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. We're in an empty pocket to 597.32. It's going to hit unless the news comes out. But we usually do get an opposite of the trend before a news folder drops just to end up hitting it. But there's nothing bearish about right now. You guys see that? You see the trend where I said if you're bullish, you buy calls now? Because the trend has shown us every big, decent little sell-off, little dip, ends up getting bought back up to a new high of day. That's the trend right now. Keep that in mind. If you're in puts, sell the move. If you're in calls, follow trend lines, micro trend lines, whatever time frame you're trading. News in under a minute. Come on, hit our key level. Just short. Break through it. One candle right through it. And this is the empty gap, open gap theory, right? This is why this is a great level to trade off of, and this is a great level to trade off of because calls go up 2 points. This rejects 2 points. That's why I like trading key levels with big potential moves to the up or downside. And when you're buying it at those levels, you know if it holds support to get out of puts and switch to calls, and if it's a resistance to get out of calls and get into puts. There you go. Our key level just hit. I'm getting puts ready to go. Not the smartest thing to do, to be honest, because it's going against a trend. But this is our level. And you see how I made a next level at 597.59. I'm in puts right now. I just bought December 27th, 597 puts. My first price target is going to be selling these in the money, which means a break under 597. I'm not waiting for the confirmation, right, of a resistance. I just got in early. My average cost is $2.29, and I'm going to sell this at 597, and I'm leaving for Christmas. If you're not in puts, this is where you double down. I'm just watching the high of this candle and our key price target 597.59. And I'm doubling down in 3, 2. Okay, I just doubled down, guys, at $2.18. I always size in. Dollar cost average. I usually do 50% position, 50% position. If we end up holding 597.32, I'm just out. That's simple. Remember, I did not wait for the confirmation. This is just a pocket here. If we hold here, we have it's up a buck, right? This is why we're in shorts right now, because if we get stopped out, we're going to ride calls up 1 point. And I'm not overly bearish, right? Because it is a $2 point drop down. But this is our channel right here. We still have 3 minutes left of this channel. You got to zoom out and look left right now. This is the best level to be shorting for a micro trend, in my opinion. But everything's bullish, right? So keep that on. We're just buying in where a big rejection could happen. That's it. I didn't wait for confirmation. Usually I do. But on a bullish run-up like this is where I feel confident in my trade. Remember, I'm wrong once, and then I just swap sides. Remember, it's all about patience. It's all about your entry, right? If I see support anywhere at 597.32 or 597.60, I'm automatically just cutting. Remember, there's always big overextensions over key levels. And this is the candle to watch right here. This is the candle to be watching. And if you want calls, you have to wait for 597.59 to hit or 597.37. I know we're eventually coming back to 597.32, sorry. We didn't retest any of my lower levels. What are these contracts at? Down 20 cents. I'm going to add a little. I just doubled down on my puts, guys. And I'm going to be taking majority of my position at 597.32. And then the rest at 597. There's always massive overextensions. We don't know if this is an overextension or it's just stupid bullish, right? I'll tell you when I cut. And remember, there's not one trade that works identical every single time, right? But we're just used to certain market conditions. We're used to key levels being blown through just to retest in the next candle, right? We've seen this a lot before. So, and the reason why I'm still holding my puts is because we haven't retested any of our levels yet. So, which makes me think this could potentially be a fake out to get a nice dip to 597. We get dollar put here. Beautiful. Merry Christmas. We also haven't even had one red 5-minute candle yet as well. Like not one freaking red 5-minute candle. I'm just giving this a sec, guys. I think this is an overreaction right now. So I'm just giving a little patience. I have a key level of 5.898.20. My average cost of these contracts are $2.12 and they're at 187. So no, one of our levels were retested. That's the reason why I'm still holding my puts and not getting shooken out. We didn't retest 597.59 or 597.32. So we're either die right now or we're just going to hold support here and hit 598.80. There's still no reason for me to sell in this range from not going. So there you go. That was a nice sell off. This is technically where we could hold support right now. My contracts are break even here. I'm up here. I'm going to wait for 597.32. This is where we could find support. If you're bullish, this is where potentially you could end up buying calls at if you are bullish. I'm not until we see a bounce of 597.32. And as soon as we break under this red line, this is where I'm taking majority of my position off. But again, we could hold support here, so I'm taking that risk because this is such a big level and we didn't retest it. And if you look at the 30-minute, this we could still reject from this level, right? We could still end up all the way back at 596.30s. Just the way the 30-minute chart is right now. Or we could end up holding a support. Who knows? Just need some sellers to hop in here. It's such a great level for puts right now. I'm surprised it's we're still holding right now. We really should get a dip under 597.30. And on the 30-minute time frame, if we end up hitting 597.20, this thing could dump. Or again, today I was trading based off of a level. I didn't wait for confirmation. Right? I tried to explain that to you guys. It's easier to wait for confirmation so you don't get stuck in a trade like I currently am. It's just such a big level. I just took my risk to reward. And I'm looking right now. I'm looking for a lower high to put a sloping resistance in play, and then that's what I'm looking for. This is where you could try your risk to reward if you're not in puts and you stop out new high of day. We put in a lower high right now. We have sloping resistance. Let's see if we hold. I'm looking for a deep sell-off, man. This is extremely overextended. I think we can get a disgusting sell-off. Remember, when you're trading key levels, you always wait for the confirmation. I know we're coming back to 597.32 today. I'm obviously not going to be stupid and just hold. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Sloping resistance breaks, I'm cutting. If we break this sloping resistance, if you're watching my chart right now, I'm still holding it. Sometimes there's a fake out here. Just look at the key level, 597.32. It's such a big level. We were waiting for the retest, and we haven't retested it, right? This is the reason why I'm just bearish until this level. This is the last level of defense. Okay, guys, I stopped out. I was wrong. So now I'm avoiding puts. If we're above 598.20, I'm avoiding puts. But this is exactly where it could reverse from. So since I stopped out of this trade, I'm going to wait for confirmation of a resistance of 598.20, and then I'm going to get in. It's extremely bullish. I would avoid puts. We bought the best level to attempt to buy puts at, and even for me to go long, the only thing that was confirmation to go long was this morning. I don't trade the first 5 minutes. Even up here, it's not even a good level to go long at, because this big level that we were waiting for, 597.32, is such a big level. And we're probably going to get a dip down now, and that's going to happen in trading sometimes, right? You're going to get stopped out of a position, and you don't re-enter right away, because this is exactly where we can hold support to an empty pocket. We're in another empty pocket right now to 598.83. And I feel like an idiot for cutting my puts at the high day, to be honest, but it's so bullish. I've seen patterns like this before. It just keeps going. So just to eliminate risk. This was the fake out candle right here. You see how we had a big, nasty sell-off on the 1 minute chart at least, and then it just dips getting bought. So you stay bullish and you buy the dip until the dip's not bought, right? We've only had 2 consecutive red candles 2 times today on the 1 minute time frame. So once you see 3 in a row, that's a confirmation that the trend is going to start to change. Like a beautiful 5 minute bearish candle right at the previous high of day. This was absolutely beautiful. This should have worked, and like I said, sometimes it just doesn't work. This is almost a shooting star candle too on the 5. I like SPX when the contracts are under $3, which means like $3.45 till market close, $3.30 to market close. I think they're too expensive, too volatile right now. Because if you're buying a $10, $12, $13 contract, those things can lose $1 or even $2 in a second, right? So it's all about your risk or reward. While there wasn't an entry to go long. The only entry to go long was first thing in the morning, right? On the 5 minute time frame, we haven't retested held support, so that's another reason why, right? I would have sold my puts here and got back in, and if we held support here, I would have went long, but we haven't even retested this, and we will today, I guarantee it. But I'm just not holding for the sake of holding. Take care, T, buddy. Have a good Christmas. Great work today. You did phenomenal. Secure the money and leave. No worries, bro. And I've also seen fake outs. You see this like shooting star on the 5? Like this is so bearish, right? An overextension of a key level. Since I tried puts and I got stopped out, which happens in trading. It's okay to take losses. You're supposed to lose. I'm waiting for confirmation, right? I need to see some bearish volume hop in here. Until then, I'm avoiding puts, right? I did go up a little bit on this red candle, but I was waiting for at least 597.32, and we did not get that, which means there's one of two things. It's extremely, extremely bullish, or these last 2 5-minute candles was a fluke and we're going to get a nasty sell-off. And it's okay. If the nasty sell-off comes, it's perfect. We know If we start seeing weakness of 597.32, it's an empty pocket to 595.70, 2 points down. You got to try the best levels, right? You'll know instantly. This one was just a fake out. Look at the 5 minute, man. That pisses me off. This play should have worked out. I was so confident, especially having a candle like that. This is why you can't just rely on candles and shapes, right? You got to trade key levels as well, right? You got to be watching different time frames. And a lot of traders I know would have held their puts here, right? And still have been in it. I think it's bad practice. Because I was red, I finally got green, just barely green, and then it shot back up. I'm like, just to eliminate risk, right? Like, I don't want to hold a position deathly. But now I swear to God, it looks like the play is going to happen all the way to 597. If the market makers fake you out or pull effery and you stops you out of a trade that you think is going to happen, you do not re-enter that trade until you have confirmation of the lower level, right? So for me, I don't even want puts until we break under 597.32. I'm avoiding puts because every dip today is getting bought up. But with that being said, I still, looking at this chart, guys, I do not have an entry for calls. Yes, it looks bullish. Yes, we technically have a floor here. I'm not buying calls in an empty pocket. And I'm not buying calls when major levels that we wanted to short at blew through without retesting. So the way I trade, I don't have an entry for calls. And so I try to short at the best level, and the second best level, the ultimate best level is going to be 601. And at this time, she's take care, Shannon. Merry Christmas, brother. Yes, I know. I gotta go now. Do some shopping. Very careful, Ryan. If you're still in puts, be careful. Remember, when you go against a trend, you could buy at the best level, not wait for the confirmation. But look, I would have bought, say I didn't buy where I bought. I pretty much bought around like 597.50s, right? In this range here. If I would have waited for the confirmation of this 5 minute candle, I would have got in and still lost almost the same amount as well, right? Waiting for the confirmation of this key level. So that's why it's like I usually wait for it to overshoot my key level. And remember, as long as you're keeping your risk to reward good, that's it. All right, there was better downside than upside. And now it's most likely going to slow grind up. Now I'm telling you all right now to avoid puts until 600 to 601. Will we hit it today? I don't know. We've seen days where we sell off. I wouldn't even be surprised if we closed net neutral today. But remember, we discussed this in my last night's video. We knew if we held 597 or 595.70, it's bullish as hell, right? We knew we were going to run a couple points. And it's working. The buying algo is working. Like I said, it's easier for algos to buy the dip than to short sell. Holy shit, it's 10:30 already. And remember what I told you, if you're bullish, you buy calls right here, 597.59. You see the immediate bounce. This is ideally where you stop out of your calls. Like if you're in calls up here, you have to sell here because it could bounce here, or it could bounce here, or it could come all the way back down to 597, which SPY didn't even retest as well. That's why I see if we do drop, it's going to be over $1 drop. And the higher it goes, the drop's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. If a drop happens. But for calls right now, I don't like calls. I think we're overextended as hell. We haven't retested 597.32 or 597, right? And we still have our lower gap. So that's just how I'm personally viewing the chart. And trust me, it looks tempting to short this right now. It's looking like it's getting weak towards this higher section. Avoid puts. I'm telling you, I've seen shit like this. And if it does dump, then it dumps. We play the confirmation. But do you see this fucking 5-minute candle? God damn it. What a fake out. At such a good level too. Like we could have dropped heavily there. This is why I just held, right? I held until we broke the high of this candle. All right, so the bears are in control with this 5-minute candle, correct? If I'm in shorts here in this candle, you know where my stop loss is? If we break the high of the bearish candle. That's it. If I'm entering shorts, right, and I got a nice bearish confirmation candle, and I play the same thing on the 30-minute time frame as well. Right? If I take a short position on a bearish candle, confirmation candle, my stop loss is always if we break the high of the bearish candle. And you see once we broke the high, it immediately bounced. That's exactly why. And I'm telling you we're going to 597 today. I know it. I feel it. That's straight intuition too. That's no technical analysis other than we didn't retest certain levels. Good job, Jason. Great job. Yeah, it does look like it's running out of gas. It's still I don't know. If I didn't take puts already on that bearish confirmation or with this 5-minute candle here, I got him before that, but I would probably be looking for a short position if one more candle closes under 598.20. One candle closes under 598.20, it's going straight to 597.59, and after that 597.32 in my opinion. Every red candle is bouncing immediately, guys. Be very careful on the short side. We have a double top in play. I don't play double tops. Like I don't buy in at double tops, but I will buy the confirmation if we close under 598.20 because on top of not being able to hold above 598.20, we also have a double top. So I'm not just buying a double top, I'm using confirmation of a double top. And now this is the candle to potentially go long on. Got a new 30-minute candle. Let's look at the 30. Yeah, 30 says there's zero reason for puts. 30-minute candle closed strong. The put side's going to happen out of nowhere. I'm telling you now. But don't just hold puts. As of right now, there's zero reason to be for puts. Do not buy puts. We broke through this key level, 597.30s to 597.60s. We just came to retest it. We blew through it. We didn't even retest it, right? We just blew through it. So I'm looking for 597.30 at the very minimum. I still think 597 will retest. But as of right now, I would wait for a 30-minute bearish confirmation candle. Because if we end up rejecting 597.32, again, it's 2 points all the way back down to Friday's highs. So right now, I have alert set to 600 and 685 on SPY. So 600 flat, massive psychological level, and 685. Got 2 price alerts set. The best freaking trade, if we don't retest 597.32 and we rip to 601, it's going to be one of the best entries, I'm telling you. It's going to be the bread and butter trade. So I'm a little red on the day. This is my first red day in a while. I think like 3 weeks, to be honest. And that's okay. I'm cool with that, right? Your luck eventually runs out, guys. You can't just win every single day. This is why risk management is very, very important. And I'm happy I stopped out because right now it's pretty much ripped $1 past, right? Or not really 50 cents, but still. We don't hold hopes. When we know we're wrong, you get that gut feeling you're wrong, you get out of the trade. 600 to 601 is going to be the best setups. And we are approaching the level, fucking what I said, 598.83. We rejected off there Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday FOMC. Big rejection from here. But I still think SPY wants 600. We broke through it, didn't retest. It's a massive psychological level. Yeah. Avoid puts until we are under 598.20. Okay? 598.20 breaks. That's when you could play the confirmation of weakness at 598.20 and hit puts and have a price target of 597.32. Until then, avoid puts. If you're still holding puts right here, don't be stupid. Get the hell out. Wait for the confirmation. We don't need to hold on to hopes, right? We don't bag hold. We're right or we're wrong. We bought a wicked setup, a wicked spot on the chart to buy puts. Didn't work. When do we re-enter? A rejection of 598.20. That's it. Keep trading simple. The 1 minute, 5 minute, and 30 minute didn't retest our key level. I know what's going to happen today. I feel it. So as long as we get a nice rejection, nice 30-minute bearish confirmation, that's it. Remember, I'm just speculating right now that is going to happen today. I have nothing to back that, right? I'm just telling you from my experience, SPY does this, right? And look, you see where we stopped out? Let's go back to the 5 minute. I just want you guys to see. As soon as it broke the high from the bearish 5 minute confirmation candle, if it broke the high, that's where you stop out. That's where I stopped out. And it's almost run up 1 full point, right? Just shy of 90 cents it ran up from when we stopped out. This is why you always need to have your risk in trade. It's okay to go against the trend because the trend eventually reverses. But you only try it at the best level. And it's because you're right or you're wrong. That's it. And this is where we had a big rejection on last Wednesday, FOMC minutes. A lot of people will be watching this level. Keep that in mind. I don't want puts until we break under 598.20. 598.20, I'll hit puts, and we should get a full dollar out of it to 597.32. Got a 1 minute shooting star candle. All right, guys. It looks like a slow grind up, to be honest. So the best levels I'm going to be watching today, again, I got my alerts set. I'm not forcing a trade. I bought here. We added here. We got stopped out at the highs. It was a very good risk to reward. We had nice bearish confirmation. It didn't go our way. That's a part of trading, right? Until then, I'm not trying to look for a short. The trend is stupid bullish, right? Where I'm interested in puts, 600 and 685, right? If we start seeing weakness at 598.20, right here, the previous floor that we had, previous resistance, previous floor, we break under it on the retest. I'm going to want 598 puts. Where's my price target? It's going to be 597.32. This will retest today, if not tomorrow. So that's exactly what I'm paying attention to. That's what I'm trading for. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to DM me. I want to wish everyone Merry Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, or Happy Holidays. If you don't, I appreciate you guys being here. Please like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, guys, I'll see everyone on Thursday, on Boxing Day. So have a safe and happy Christmas, guys. Don't drink too much. Remember, we need momentum moving into 2025. All those old habits, kick them out to the curb. Firm stop losses. Have the same type of trading and keep it consistent. Stay consistent with every trade that you are taking. Don't trade a head and shoulders and then trade a trend line and then trade an EMA line or moving average and then trade a key level. Stick to a consistent strategy only at the best levels possible. Stick to one and then you start altering it. Like out of 10 trades, I won 9 on this one. Oh, crap. Well, this is working well for me. On this strategy, I only won 50% of the time, right? So tweak your game. Learn from as much people as you can, guys. Take in all the information. There's no one right or no one wrong in this industry. A lot of people are successful. This year, I'm almost at $500,000 just from trading this year, right? That was like, I don't even know, 10 years at my other job. You know what I mean? It's possible. Remember that. It is very, very possible. You don't need a lot of money to trade with, right? I've been using a smaller account since mid-September due to some reasons, but that's it, guys. So stay consistent, buy where you're supposed to be buying, compound your accounts, and remember to always pay yourselves. Make it feel real. If you have a good week or a good month, give yourself a little bit. Make it feel real, because from my experience, when I used to compound and wanted to grow my account, and then if you're tweaking one day, right, and you're not all there, and you do some shitty things, you're gonna blow up your account or lose a lot of money when you could have just taken it out. Remember that. Remember to pay yourselves. Make trading feel real. Make it a reward. Right? When you make money, make it a reward. And when you lose money, don't go out and buy stupid shit either, right? Be like, no, I lost money. I was stupid. I was on edge. I'm going to hold this purchase off until I get my money back, right? Treat it like that. It's all psychological. Only reward yourself. Only pay yourself when you've done good. Don't lose money and then pay yourself. But always remember to pay yourself. Make it all feel real. Anyways, guys, Merry Christmas. Hope you guys all have a great time with your friends and family. I'll see everyone Thursday morning, guys. So thank you. Take care. Please like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. My algo has been a little effed up lately, but it's starting to come back, thank God. But that's everything, guys. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Remember, if I could do it, you can do it. This is no fraud scheme. This is no AI course. Like, this is a real trader teaching how I was able to find success in the market. Find your edge, guys. Thank you so much and take care.